Phoenix. So today we will going to deal chapter 4 of class 10th, and the chapter is absorption by root. So before we start our chapter, we will go to the introductory part, introduction of this chapter. What does this introduction says? All the flowers or all the plants living in this world, except the lower class plants, all the higher class plants have two major systems. One will be the root system, and second will be the shoot system. This is basically in the introductory part. You have learned this both the system in the junior sections also, in the previous classes also. So I will not going to go in further, just I will tell you a small definition, a small introduction of that. See, if this is a plant, this is a plant. Here, the portion which is present beneath the soil, that means under the soil or beneath the soil, is known as the root system, and the portion which is present above the soil, it is known as the shoot system. I think it is very clear. You have learned this from the childhood onwards. The system which is present beneath the soil or under the soil is known as the root system, and the portion which is present above the soil, in this it comes stems, leaves, flowers, fruits, anything. It will be going to present above the soil, and that is the shoot system. This is a general introduction of a major plant system. General introduction. We will now going to, because the chapter says we have to deal with the root, so we will going to deal with the root. So first of all, we will going to see what is the definition. So basically, root is the underground part of a plant. It is the underground part of a plant. Here, root. And what is the function? First of all, we have to deal with what is the function of a root. First of all, it provide anchoring. As we know that it hold the plant, it provide anchor. It is behaving like an anchor to hold the plant. Because of the help of this, the soil is tightly bonded with this root. The root is holding the soil so tightly that the plant can be erect, and it is working as an anchor. Secondly, the name of the chapter, it is function also, absorption. As we know that root is the main part which help in the absorption. Third, absorption of water plus mineral from the soil. Third basic is the conduction. Very important is that not only the absorption but also the conduction. When it will going to absorb the water, it will also help in conducting the water from the root to the tip of the plant. It is very important. So this is the main function, anchoring, hold the plant tightly so that the plant can be stand erect. Second, absorption of water plus mineral, and third will be the conduction. So this is the main function of a root. It is a definition. Underground part of a plant, root is underground part of the plant, and function, it has been anchoring, it has been absorption, it has been conduction. These are the three main. Now we will going to move to the structure. Before starting the chapter, we need to know the structure of a root. See, A root basically will be divided into a main root. First of all, there will be a main root. We can say it a primary root. From the main root arises a small branch like structure that will be known as the secondary root. And from the secondary root a hair like structure will be going to arise, and that hair like structure will be known as the tertiary root. A tertiary root is the main part of the root which help in absorption. Point to be very clear. Tertiary root is the basically primary root will going to help in providing the anchor. Secondary will be helping in providing the same anchoring, but this root or conduction, secondary will be helping in conductions also, but this tertiary root will be the root part which will going to help in the absorption. Tertiary root can also be termed as root hair. And after that, when we will going to proceed the chapter furthermore, we can say that tertiary root will going to help in the absorption, and tertiary root is also termed as the root hair. I think this is the introductory part of our root. It is clear to each and everyone. Now we will proceed. Before starting the chapter, we will going to discuss about why only the root hair is responsible for absorption of water. Why only this root hair is responsible for absorption of water? So there will be a three reason behind that. First will be the branching nature. As you can see, the root hair or the root, not only the root hair, but why root or why the root hair or why the root or responsible for absorption of water? Because the root is very much in branches. You can see they give off lateral roots, they provide larger surface area. Because of the branches, they will going to provide larger surface area. Root will going to grow further inside the soil, upside the soil. They will have lots of aerial branches over there which help in absorption of water. Second, it is unicellular. That means it is a unicellular cells. That means root hair, it's a unicellular cell, or root hair contain the unicellular cell. That means because of the presence of a unicellular cell, means if this is a root hair, that means if it will be a root hair, it is made up of a unicellular cells like structure. This unicellular cell like structure provide thinness. That means it will provide the softness to the root. That means the root hair will be very thin. It provides larger surface area for absorption, because if it will be very thick, then the water absorption will be less. So because of the thin particles or thin layer, it will absorb more and more water from the soil. The unicellular thin like structure. And third, the permeability. This is also an important part. So about the permeability we will going to discuss now, but with the permeability we will going to discuss some more other terms also, because we should know about the terms. And see, basically three terms comes under the absorption of root. All three terms are related with the membranous structure of the root. How does the cell, basically cell contain various kind of cells contain various kinds of membrane. See, first will be a permeable membrane. That means if it will be a cell, many of the cell according to their shapes and size and according to their function contain different kinds of membrane. As we have discussed now that the it is a unicellular cell, it is very permeable in nature. So now we were discussing about the permeability. What is it permeable means? See, many cells is semi-permeable also, and many of the cell will be impermeable also. Impermeable. So three of the terms we will going to discuss today. Permeable. See, we can draw three different kind of diagram to understand all the three things. See, if a cell will allow all the substance, this is the membrane of a cell, and we will going to discuss about the membrane itself. This is the terms used for membranes. Yeah, it is a term used for the membranes of the cell. See, this is a cell, and if it allow all the substance to pass through them, that means if this is a cell and it will allow all the substance, मतलब ये जो सेल है ये सारी चीज़ों को अपने अक्रॉस पास होने देता है, तो इस टाइप का जो मेम्ब्रेन कहलाता है, ये मेम्ब्रेन कहलाता है द परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन. दैट मीन्स वो किसी भी चीज़ को रोकेगा नहीं, वो हर चीज़ को अपने अंदर क्या करेगा, क्रॉस करने देगा और अपने अंदर आने देगा. तो इस टाइप का जो मेम्ब्रेन रहता है वो परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन कहलाता है. सेकेंड विल बी द सेमी. एज वी नो दैट सेमी वर्ड इज यूज्ड फॉर हाफ, and im, that means no. It will not allow any substance to pass through them. Membrane is so tough that it will not going to allow any substance to pass through them. और ये जो है आप लोगों का सेमी परमेबल, it allow half of the substance to get in and half of the substance to stay out. That means these are the three kind of membrane. One which will allow all the substance to pass through them. Semi, which will allow half of the substance to pass and half of the substance they will restrict. And impermeable, it is a kind of membrane which will not going to allow any substance to pass through them. So basically these three are the different types of membrane. So we will going to discuss terms today. So we will not going to go it further. We will divide this chapter in half of terms so that you can understand very nicely. So if just watch it, this is an introductory part. If you are not going to understand anything, just please ask me. Thank you.